This week, Pinball.
Crocodiles.
And a hot squeeze.
This is the front page. Welcome to the front page, show that brings you the top content of the week from the social news website, reddit.com. I'm Tyler Slayton.
And I'm Neil Figuracion.
And I would rather not be here.
What?
Yes, this is another... You remember the last time I'd rather not have been here was...
there was a Batman-ish thing.
Yes. Was the last Batman video.
Video games?
It's another video game this week. It's Star Wars Battlefront came out. Are you familiar?
There's Star Wars in it?
There's Star Wars. The easy sell is it's Call of Duty Star Wars.
Okay. So I don't know what that means.
Well, you know what Call of Duty is.
It's got shooting people?
Exactly. Guys shooting, like multiplayer shooting at each other. This is the same thing. This is, you're either playing as, Stormtroopers, the Empire, or you're playing as the Rebels, and you're in well-known Star Wars areas, and it's gorgeous looking, and I'm sacrificing. I am a true hero because I'm here and not there.
Gird your loins for it. Speaking of Star Wars, there was something I saw today that there's a whole...
You haven't seen anything Star Wars. You've made that very clear.
Yeah, I really haven't. Except for this, there's an hour of coding. There's a whole Star Wars thing that is that is aimed to get kids to learn how to code.
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Which, that excites the hell out of me.
I wonder if you have to code in...
Video games I don't get. But coding...
What's the... Oh, I should know this. I'm a bad nerd. What's the language that you can, decipher? It's got a, one-to-one alphabet on, so you can read stuff in Star Wars. Anything that, R2 says on the screen and stuff.
I don't know.
I forget what it's called. I should know that. But I wonder if you have to code in that. Probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably just HTML5.
It's I don't think it's HTML5, but it's something with drag boxes or something like that. I'm teaching one of my students how to code in Logo, which was super fun. It's really more of a drawing program, the way we're using it.
Oh, okay.
But it's fun.
I should know how to code. Coding is the new,
Wait, you don't know how to code?
I don't know how to code. Coding is the new, you should be I should learn Japanese.
I'm 100. I know how to code.
You're a what?
100.
What's 100?
Older.
Oh, I thought that was see, that's how ignorant I am. I thought that was a coding, that's the black belt in code. Oh, you're 100. That's cool. You know what else is cool?
What?
Reddit.
What?
Yeah, so cool we made a show.
Oh, okay.
Are you familiar?
I think.
It's called The Front Page.
I've never seen Reddit.
I thought you were going to say you've never seen the show.
I've also never seen the show. I've never watched this show.
I've never seen The Front Page. You don't like your own work?
I mean, I like to just let it be the work.
Oh, I see.
I don't want to be affected by I want to just be me.
That's very, I don't know, Daniel Day-Lewis of you? You're the Daniel Day-Lewis of the internet?
I am the Daniel Day-Lewis of the front page.
This is he's doing character right now. He's completely different when he's not on camera. Moving on.
I was going to say something about my soup or something, from My Left Foot.
Oh, that's not the Daniel Day-Lewis. The Daniel Day-Lewis reference is Drink Your Milkshake.
What's that?
There Will Be Blood.
Oh, I do like There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
I have not seen it as much as other PTA movies.
This is true. I think we've gone off far enough tangent that we can start the show.
There's a show.
There is a show. First story. Submitted to the subreddit Pics by The Hot Squeeze. That name will become apparent in a moment. It says, my name is Sue Sullivan. Reddit saved my business of 8 years after I gave away $8,000 in samples of my sauce and dry rub. I owe you guys big. So this is a story of Sue Sullivan, who's pictured right there in a series of photos. I'm just going to go over the main points. It says in 2007, Sue Sullivan decided to give up her profitable catering business and start a venture driven by a single sauce she would later call Hot Squeeze. But the food industry is no fairy tale. After some success, distributors began to eat into her profits, sometimes to the tune of 95%. What? The middleman was taking 95% of the money. It's crazy. So she was bleeding so much financially that she had to scale back to almost where she started. Later on, she was close to insolvency, which is a new word I learned from this story.
I mean, it's not a good place to be.
Right, yeah. Well, also, she was going through a divorce at the same time.
Also not a good place. Totally different, but also not good.
Two bad places. That is a Venn diagram of pain, is those two things together. That's the universal symbol for Venn diagram, ladies and gentlemen. Sue was thinking about it was time to close out the 8-year journey. That's until 2 life-changing events happened. Sue got a call from Kroger, which is a national.
That's a big supermarket chain.
Yeah. Saying that they were willing to review her product and buy it directly. And her friend told her about a little website called Reddit.
What?
That apparently loves sauces. Reddit loves sauces.
I like sauces too.
Who doesn't? Quickly, Sue raised $8,000 via Kickstarter from her customer base and launched a giveaway through the subreddit Recipes. And the post exploded. It became one of the most popular on the sub ever. So she was just giving out like, "Yo, who wants a delicious sauce?"
I missed it.
I know. I'm a little upset. Like I went on her like the website, and they're not in stores everywhere. It's mostly East Coast, but they do mail order, and some of the stuff sounds delicious. They got a mustard that Wayne a mustard. So.
I'm into hot sauces and barbecue sauce.
She has her main one is a sweet chipotle. That sounds awesome.
I do like chipotle and things that are sweet or
bird. But so the message got through because Sue ended up getting a deal with Kroger for regional distribution. Evidently, a bunch of people, quote, from the internet were calling and requesting their product there. So a bunch of people from Reddit who got the sample were like,
"Oh, I thought you were talking about anonymous."
No, it was not anonymous. Like, if you get anonymous on your side, like, there's no sauce you cannot sell.
Yeah.
But no, it was just a bunch of people from Reddit going like, "Yo, don't sleep on the sweet Chipotle.
We need more."
Yeah.
I now want a bottle.
This is a direct quote from her. She says, "So basically, I owe you guys my livelihood. Without Reddit, this business of mine wouldn't have been around right now. I was so close to throwing in the towel. Things aren't perfect, but they're definitely 100 times better than they were even a month ago. And I even have my first employee now, which is pretty cool. So thank you."
Wow.
So yeah, not only like affecting this, like she's brought an employee now. Like Reddit gave that person a job.
Nice.
So
now hopefully she can find middle people, or no, she doesn't really need the middle people if she's got Kroger.
Yeah, Kroger is. I'm sure it's just going directly from her to.
Well, I mean, if she
shelves.
wants to grow outside of Kroger, then she'll need some other intermediaries.
Like, maybe. She's like all over, like the east side of the country. Like you can get it.
All right.
There's no place close to here, unfortunately. No place close to Chicago. Like Indiana was the closest.
Going to New York in a few weeks, so
I'll look for it. But yeah, there's good. Like you can read her full story. I encourage it. It's a cool story of like small business starting up. She threw her dog in here just for no reason. But yeah, good on you. Good on the people of Reddit, and good on Sue Sullivan. I like.
Congratulations.
These are the ones. These are stories that I like to bring, especially is like the Reddit in action story. Like, look what we did, and we get to bring it to all of you people.
I've never seen your site, but I love you.
Easy. Just
I am easy. Yes.
Just because she's divorced doesn't mean you get to like marry into this.
No, I meant Reddit.
Now.
I mean the Reddit people.
Oh, you love the Reddit people. Well, what's wrong with Sue?
That's creepy. Little.
No, she's great.
I mean, I don't know her, but good for you.
All right. Speaking of thing Neil wants.
Yes.
Go to the next story. It's also submitted to subreddit.
Yeah.
Pics by 1541 Drive. A see-through pinball machine.
I want this.
Look
I so want that.
Right? Isn't that... And I've played quite a bit of pinball. And many themed... But the see-through... I feel like you'd be terrible at that because you'd be mesmerized by like...
Like you see all of these things that you could be distracted by.
Right.
And I'm a fan of pinball.
I do. Do you know what
But also I want it because it's clear.
Oh, yeah. And like the like wheel, the like mechanical scoreboard.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's an old school scoreboard. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you could answer this if you really thought about it. Do you know what the highest selling pinball table of all time is? If you've ever been in an arcade that had more than one pinball machine, this was in there. You're gonna kick yourself when I tell you.
No, because I've been to a few places that I can't identify one pinball machine that.
Addams Family.
Really?
Addams Family is the highest selling pinball machine of all time.
Really?
Think about it. It's everywhere. It's
I have played that game.
But it's in every place you've ever been. Every barcade in Chicago has it. It's like...
I've only been to a couple, so... I remember playing it when it was new.
Sure.
I really enjoyed it.
It was sort of the second movie, wasn't it?
Maybe?
I think it was. I think it came out with the second movie.
Yeah, wow.
But yeah, it's the highest because they're everywhere. They sold a ton of them. You could probably pick one up for super cheap, actually.
Cool.
They probably flooded the market.
There are a couple pinball machines I want.
What would be your...
I want to say it's Medieval Madness or... I forget what it was called, but it was the one with Tina Fey and Scott Adsitt's voices.
What?
Yeah, they did like in the 80s they recorded, or 90s they recorded the voiceovers for a pinball machine.
Weird.
And I don't remember the name of it, but I think it's Medieval Madness. Something Madness. And with knights and stuff, and like it's super goofy. So that's one I totally want.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know. I think I like the... Just for the cheesiness of it, I love the banned ones.
Like they've been banned by the U.S. government?
No, yeah, they're the burn this book of... No, it's...
That'd be sweet.
That would be awesome, a band. No, like the band, like there's the Bon Jovi ones and the Kiss one, and there's a Metallica
I've seen a Kiss one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely also want like the Playboy... Like,
for sure.
The original one that I played back in the 70s.
Yeah, the old Evel Knievel one is awesome.
That's awesome.
What was I going to say? Oh, do you remember the band thing? Maybe think of it. Do you remember the Aerosmith arcade game? Revolution
I remember
X?
Journey's arcade game.
Yes, they had one too. But
I don't remember Aerosmith having an arcade game.
It was a shooter, like you have the light gun, and that's the dumbest thing. And it was that like when they tried to do like the photo realistic arcade shooters. It looked awful. It's a bad game. Don't play it. It's not worth your quarter. But yeah, this goes on our wish list.
This is things.
This goes on the official front page wish list.
Amazon me want.
If anyone wants to get it for us, we'll play it on
We'll say thank you. Yes.
Yeah, we'll fight over it. We'll fight to the death. They said the pinball machine, but also a pool cue broken in half.
That's us.
Along with it.
That's us.
Next story. Oh, this one. Oh. As much as I like see-through pinball machines and delicious sauces, this is by a mile my favorite story.
Okay.
All right. It was written separate at World News by Krishna53. Indonesia is planning to build a prison island guarded by meat-hungry crocodiles for drug convicts. So
wait, people who have just had drugs?
Indonesia is really bad with drug traffickers. Like,
okay,
they have... This makes the story a little less fun, but they've executed many like foreign, like not tour, but like foreign visitors.
Is that the place where you get caned for like crossing the street?
Now you're thinking of Singapore.
Okay.
But this like really bad convictions for drug offenses. But this one, so it says Indonesia's National Narcotics Agency Chief Budi Waseso. I guarantee you I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Okay. I'm still going to hee at it.
Oh, it's a funny name. Has proposed a plan to keep drug kingpins isolated from convicted drug traffickers and users. Waseso, who has already sent his pet project, that's cute, to Ministry of Justice and Human Rights for ratification, is planning to search all over Indonesia for the most ferocious type of crocodile to guard the prison island. So... basically, we have the first 10 minutes of a Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah.
Is happening in real life. And it's frightening and awesome at the same time. This is the prospect of this. I don't want it to be real, but if I saw it in a movie, I'd get very excited. It says, a spokesman for an anti-narcotics agency said, this is amazing. You can't bribe crocodiles. You can't convince them to let inmates escape. So when they try to escape, they will be eaten. It's not a human rights violation when a crocodile does the killing. So this is a government employee said, I mean, our hands are clean if a crocodile kills them, right?
Right, because if they put out landmines or something, that'd be a problem.
Right, no, that's you might as well kill them himself. But a crocodile judges you, judges your innocence.
Like if you survive getting stabbed by this sword, then you're innocent.
Right, exactly.
Like in the old school duel days.
And
not that I understand that.
Also, I'm on team people, obviously, but this doesn't seem like a very gig for the crocodiles either. Because
they probably don't get fed all that often.
Right, so that's like they keep them ravenous. They have to depend on someone trying to escape, like Pitfall, and like run across their heads. Which, yeah, does sound exciting, but it's a raw deal for everyone. But I like its James Bond-esque, like, insanity.
I now see a new Harold and Kumar, like, episode.
That's the Harold and Kumar escape from Indonesia.
Yeah.
They do like the drugs.
Yeah.
But it does say the Indonesian Justice Ministry, which oversees prisoners across the country, has not given the green light to the proposal.
Now I'm super hungry.
For crocodile?
I don't know.
For escaped inmate?
A little bit.
Escaped inmate. Oh, they're delicious with drugs.
Oh, so it's not actually happening yet.
I don't think it's going to happen at all. One would hope.
There'd be like a moat and
it just a
bottomless pit with spikes at the bottom.
I think the real problem with
How does that work?
You have to like. It's like the reason we're putting it's like, hey, we can't bribe crocodiles. Like they don't need uniforms. Like we're saying, like
that reminds me of
it's an insane argument.
I don't know if this was a real thing or something I read in a book, but they went through an old pyramid, and there were like crocodiles in there, but they were dead, obviously, because it'd been 1,000 years.
Oh, so like at some point a tomb was guarded by crocodiles?
Yeah.
And just like at some point everyone was like, well, we gotta get out of here. Should we bring the crocodiles? Nah, they'll be fine.
I don't remember what happened.
Every once in a while an explorer wanders in there and they get fed. It's cool. It takes care of itself. Well, you should find out if that was a real thing that happened. But this
comment,
for better or worse, will not become a real thing, it looks like. All right, next story. Submitted to the subreddit, funny, by I'm not a fucking tranny. Which is a weird username because it automatically makes you feel apologetic. It's like, I'm sorry. I didn't no, you're not a fucking tranny. It's fine. But it says,
maybe they're a non-fucking tranny.
Or maybe like they've been called a tranny. We shouldn't look. Your username is your business. That's fine. But I have.
I'm not going to judge you here.
No. We don't care if you're a fucking tranny. Even though you're not, let's move on. Not knowing the answer on a science test. So this was the question proposed on a science test. Dating fossils by using radioisotopes is called absolute dating. What is another method of dating fossils called?
Dinner and a movie?
Oh, you're not too far off because this particular student guessed necrophilia, ? Ew.
Nicely done.
And you can tell this teacher does not like the student because he just put a flat out no. Because my move would have been like wrong, but +1 because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is a flat out no, you're wrong. This teacher has no sense of humor. I don't like it. And I'm gonna go with this was high school age. This seems like a high school-esque.
I mean, yeah. By the time I was in high school, I'd heard the word necrophilia.
Oh, that's not what I was basing it off of. Are you kidding me? High school, like kids have the internet now. They know about messed up shit. Like as soon as they.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm 100.
Oh, that's true. You're a great coder. Yeah, I also don't like the way this question is worded because it's like, hey, this is one thing. Now name another thing. Like if this were a math question, it would be like 2 times 2 is 4. What's 2 times 3?
That's actually a very useful question.
Not for a test. Not for a high school.
I mean, that's not a high school level question. Sorry, math stuff.
The math one was.
Yeah, I'm really bothered by your example.
Well, you come up with an example, you big jerk.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought that was funny. Necrophilia. I would have given him a point. I would have been like, good enough. You're going places, kid.
Here's one. You can buy oranges and apples in the produce section. What's something else you can buy in the produce section?
What class is that for?
Exactly.
I feel like mine's better.
No, yours is
Survey
actually
says?
a useful question.
Yep, I was right. Mine was better.
Wrong.
The audience spoke. All right. This is our. Remember last week I said we tend to have bad guy stories. This is our bad guy story.
Ooh, so many bad guys.
There's one bad guy in this case. This has been a subreddit news by Captars. Blind teacher loses job after rinsing his mouth with Listerine.
Huh?
Yes. Don't get distracted that this is a New York Post. I have removed most of the colorful language from it. Are you familiar with the New York Post?
Mm-mm.
All right. New York Post. Right now, our audience is receiving news in the worst possible way they can because they're hearing it third person from a New York Post, which is basically like hearing it from an idiot who read the news.
Okay.
You're
hearing it from an idiot who heard it from an idiot.
Right? Yeah. It's
who read the
you're
news.
getting it. You're not even getting it filtered. You're getting the filter afterwards and eating whatever in there.
Right.
It starts off with, I didn't include this in mine, but it said, legendary blind gym teacher. Legendary?
I mean, maybe within the New York area.
All right, fair enough. But it says, Stephen Sloan, a popular coach hailed as a role model for overcoming his handicap, was yanked from PS 102 in Harlem after a parent setting up for a party last year complained that she smelled booze on his breath. He claims it was an alcohol-based mouthwash. There's a little background on Stephen Sloan. Sloan knew the halls of PS 102 so well that he didn't use a cane. This is incredible. He knew the students by their voices and gave them all silly nicknames, which is awesome in and of itself.
That helps.
But his 29-year career came crashing down on October 30th, 2014. After smelling alcohol in his breath, the parent dug through a trash basket in Sloan's office, first of all, probably illegal, and pulled out a styrofoam cup she claims Sloan's assistant was carrying. The, quote, brown liquid in the cup smelled of liquor. She never saw Sloan holding it, but accused him of drinking. So, we'll stop right here. This is a case where, and this is good advice in general, sometimes you just need to stop and go, wait a minute. Am I the asshole here? I might be the asshole. Let's review all the information we have so far. Yep, turns out I'm the asshole.
Everything you've read so far, if that is as it went,
is inadmissible.
Yes.
That is horrible.
You're wrong.
Yeah, you need to pick your spots and go, especially because, the blind teacher that's been teaching there for 30 years, maybe we should let this one slide.
Well, I mean, we don't know any facts.
Right, you're not even letting anything slide. You're...
zero tolerance for a thing that you don't even
yeah, exactly.
know what it is. Yeah.
But rest of the story says, Sloan adamantly denied ever drinking on duty. He says, I cherish my job. This is him testifying at a hearing. They didn't have a hearing for this, which is ridiculous. I cherish my job. Why, after 30 years, would I jeopardize that? Sloan contends any odor in his breath likely came from swishing original Listerine, which I guess Listerine was brown at one point?
That's how I had it at first.
Ooh, that sounds terrible. The only thing that can make Listerine worse is we made it brown.
No, that's the flavor I'm used to.
The flavor. The flavor, which is also a color.
It's just alcohol.
What's it taste like? Brown.
Yeah.
Let's see. The City Department of Education charged Sloan... Oh, this is about to go from bad to worse. The City Department of Education charged Sloan with drinking on the job and sexual harassment because he asked a group of moms that day, anybody want to go on a blind date? Which is a joke he used to put people at ease about his disability.
Oh, that's wrong.
This is like several levels of horrible at this point. He said, but in August, Sloan settled with the Department of Education by agreeing to retire. He said, I'd rather retire than have a bad record. Sloan is devastated by his career ending this way. They didn't even let me go back to the school and say goodbye, he said. I just want to let everybody know I did my job diligently and with all my heart and soul. So this is awful. I shouldn't have put a question mark on that. This is awful. The person who accused them of doing this is an awful person. I'm going to go out and say,
school board's got problems?
School board's problem? Well, I was going to say their kid is also shitty, probably.
What the kid do?
Nothing. They're just raised by a terrible person.
Oh.
So I assume that kid is shitty.
Okay.
Odds are good. But yeah, this is bad, and I don't know. Like I said, bad guy story of the week. Hopefully he's enjoying his retirement, and who knows, maybe got another job.
Yeah. Maybe he's got to deal with Kroger.
What?
I don't know. Maybe he has hot sauce.
Sometimes you try and connect the dots in our stories. That one didn't work.
It makes sense to me.
Unsuccessful. All right. Next story. This
doesn't have to make sense to anyone else.
It just doesn't make sense to me. It's not like we have an audience or anything that needs to understand the show.
I mean, they just have to look into my brain.
All right, fair enough. Submitted by to the subreddit Pics by Copy Rasta. This is naturally occurring fluorite. Check that out.
Pretty.
Right? I don't know what superpowers this gives you, but it must give you.
That's like purple kryptonite.
It's it is the mineral form of calcium fluoride, which I didn't have to Google.
The stuff that you put on your toothpaste? Yeah. Or in your toothpaste?
I can neither confirm nor deny that. I wish you hadn't brought it up, because now I look less smart. I was all like, it's the crystal form of calcium fluoride. Now you I look like a scientist for like 2 seconds. But yeah, this is like a... If you saw it in a video game, you'd be like, oh, I should go pick that thing up.
Yes.
That seems important.
Yeah. And that's why it's in all of our water.
I don't think there's magical purple crystals in...
People did not fluoridate the water?
No, I just don't think it's the same thing. Yeah, see, you're just saying words, and I can't be like, hey, you're wrong, because I don't know, but you're making us both look stupid.
Someone internet this.
We don't have access. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was super cool.
I'm pretty sure there are magical crystals in all the water.
Define magic. Is this like a metachlorian thing? Like it used to be magic and now it's science?
I don't know.
Do you know what metachlorians are? I know you're not a prequel guy.
I deny that they exist.
All right, fair enough. Well, we can move on. We can move on to I think a bunch of stories from Pics this week. People were very photogenic. Photogenic. Submitted by Rhyming is Fun, which I feel like should have had a rhyme in it. Like, rhyming is fun, but now I'm done. It says a sign at my local Coney Island. It's George's Thanksgiving Day dinner. If anyone is home alone, come eat with us for free all day, Thursday, November 26th. So if you happen to live near this particular Coney Island...
Are there more than one Coney Island?
Coney Island, I think, is a chain of hot dogs.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual Coney Island.
This guy does not have his own Coney Island near his house.
I mean, with the rides and maybe the Warriors come out to play.
Yeah, have you ever been to Coney Island?
I think.
I also like the Warriors reference. We just talked about Warriors for the rest of the show. You want to do that? I adore that movie.
It's a great film.
It holds up. We can't go.
Warriors.
Yeah, no, stop. We can't. We can go off on a whole thing. Why wasn't Snow in more movies? He does book narration now. Yeah.
Good for him.
All right. Or is that Swan? Oh, do you know why? Screw it. We're just going to talk about the Warriors. Do you know why the one character was called Rembrandt?
No.
Because at one point in the movie, he spray paints a W on something. And he's called Rembrandt because he can paint W's. There must have been some awful graffiti in New York in the 70s if that guy's Rembrandt. The
70s was a really graffiti-filled time in New York.
I'm sure, but this guy is Rembrandt because he can do W's? I'm just saying. That title is either not deserved or the quality of graffiti during the 70s was not good.
I think that was just at the start of things getting good in terms of people developing an eye in graffiti.
Oh, I thought you meant New York getting good. I was like, no, a little bit.
No, but people were starting to develop right. People were starting to develop taste. It was before graffiti hit the art studios.
Right, yeah. And
art galleries.
It was all coming up with late 70s hip hop.
Yeah.
B-boys and all that stuff.
Yes.
All right, but anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah. You can go eat at Coney Island all day.
Good
which
for
sounds fun.
That's a lot of eating.
True, but I mean, if it's that or being alone, or frankly, hanging out with your family, you might just be like, you know what? I'm going to go down Coney Island. Hang out
Jessica Jones starts really soon, so
that's true. Yes,
that's something you could do all day.
Go get your Coney Island on, and then head back, or bring your
Netflix device
there.
Yeah.
Everybody can just sit back, eat some hot dog and chili on them, and
free streaming.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
go do that. Okay. Yet another pick story. This one I thought was cool because it's not local news, but it's local, but wrong time period. That'll become clear in a second. Submitted by Kevlar Yamaka.
Hey, I remember Kevlar Yamaka.
Because I didn't know how. I've never read
Mookie.
I've never read the word Yamaka before I saw his username. But this is the Mercury train in Chicago, 1936.
What is the Mercury train?
It was a badass looking.
Yeah.
Look at that over-designed, amazing.
That looks slick.
Except, like in the
that looks like it would batter through walls.
Well, but I feel like in the old-timey radio reports, like the fastest train in all of Chicago goes 19 miles an hour. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not the most efficient design, but is very cool looking.
Right. I guess I don't even see there's no front window unless it's up here.
Or they stick their heads out through that little port.
Wait a minute. Why does that say New York Central System on it?
I don't know. Looks like it's New York.
I think we might have been duped.
I don't have the story.
What's up, Kevlar Yamaka? That's also a Kevlar Yamaka. What's the point of that? That only protects a very particular part of your head.
Like if God's shooting down bullets?
Right, exactly. There's a very particular... you're safe from, one angle in particular. I mean, JFK could have used one, but...
I mean, unless you do the Captain America thing with your yarmulke.
Don't. That's the thing we cut out this week. That's too good an idea. Captain Jewish America, he throws his yarmulke, it bounces off walls. It's made of vibranium.
Right?
Vibranium yarmulke. What's up now? With your dubious at best story. Doesn't know the geography of what he's posting. I don't know. It could just say New York because of some other reason. It could have been a cross-continental train, I suppose.
Now I'm thinking of iron mezuzahs.
But it is a cool picture.
It is a cool looking train.
I like this. I don't know. Just I like the prosperous time in America where we were just make everything pretty. We got what? We don't got anything to worry about. It's fine.
I mean, it looks like it's from the future.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I love is the past visions of those Disney World of Tomorrow things.
Everyone has self-tying belts.
Oh, I love it. I want that would make for a great TV show. If you made a show that took place in 1950s,
about the future,
about what they thought 2015 would look like in the 50s.
So the Jetsons, but created today.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody make that. Go internet. Go. All right. Last story. We're doing all right. Last story of the day. This was submitted to the subreddit Technology by Vasher. Vaschr. Vasher.
Okay.
Vasha. This is an article from. Do you know there's a magazine called Magazine? HUH period. Magazine.
Oh, a period. Okay.
Yeah, just
I would have thought question mark.
Which I like. It makes me wish we called this show. Check that out. But this says, study finds quitting Facebook makes you happier. Look at HUH.
I also say, huh?
I wonder if it stands for something. Or it's an acronym.
How you hanging?
All right. I'll give it to you. That's good. All right. Researchers. They're a special kind of researcher. Researchers at the Happiness Research Institute in Copenhagen, which is a thing.
That's Denmark, right?
Why, again, with the ask a question that makes me look stupid because I don't know. I think so. Decided to find out if Facebook is actually making us feel increasingly depressed. Also, I want to go to the Happiness Research Institute.
Go to the Researcher Institute.
Their benefits have to be awesome.
Yeah.
You can't,
They're you're surrounded by puppies, and there's always pizza.
Yeah, and you must always be able to, there's no way you can't get a day off. You can call in, a minute before you're supposed to show up and be like, I'm just not feeling it today. And they have to go, all right, well, go be happy somewhere. Enjoy Copenhagen. They took a group of over 1,000 Facebook users and split them into two groups. The first group were allowed to continue using the social network on a daily basis, while the other group were forced to go completely cold turkey, staying off the site for the duration of the experiment. The results were incredibly revealing. After just 7 days, 88% of the group that left Facebook said they felt happy, as opposed to 81% in the group that was still using the site. They also felt less angry, less lonely, less depressed, more decisive, more enthusiastic, and enjoyed their lives more. Dishing Facebook also appeared to reduce stress levels by as much as 55%. Exactly. I wonder if they only do, like, they're the magazine version of the subreddit Mildly Interesting, where you just go, that was not a waste of my reading time.
Yeah.
It says, people on Facebook are 39% more likely to feel less happy than their friends, reads the study. Instead of focusing on what we actually need, we have the unfortunate tendency to focus on what other people have. Which is totally true, because Facebook is just people you know editing, like, the best parts. It's like a supercut of their lives. It's a highlight reel of all the good stuff that's happening. You don't see, like, the bad stuff, and that can make you feel not good about yourself.
That's not how I use Facebook.
Yeah, but people who are on there frequently, they just look at their friend's stuff and go, oh, he's doing great, he's doing great, he's doing great. Because no one, well, I was going to say no one puts, there are some people that put up, like, the depressing parts.
I'm breaking up with her.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they put up, like, oh, woe is me stuff on Facebook. But for the most part, it's a lot of people going, like, on vacation, got a promotion, like, and you kind of, that can pile up and you feel like, oh, well, my day wasn't so good.
Or it could be like, oh, let's go get a promotion. And let's go have a vacation. I am inspired to do these things because of social media. I didn't give myself vacations until then.
Clearly don't represent, like, if you were in the sample of this, you might have skewed the data a bit.
I am an outlier.
You are an outlier. You are like Malcolm Gladwell.
I just blinked.
Well, that was a weird way to end the show. Really wish there was something else. Nope. So we're just going to say thank you for watching the front page. Homework. We need to assign them homework. Like us on Facebook.
Yeah.
We got a Facebook page, facebook.com/front page. We put some stuff up there occasionally, like stories we don't get to during the week.
Tell us what you plan for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, tell us about your thing. Tell us what you're making. What are you bringing? You got to bring something. Don't just bring wine. That's lazy. Or if you bring wine, bring a lot of wine, because then everyone's cool with it. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Tyler Slayton.
I'm Neil Figuracion.
We will see you next time on the front page.